For Mika Mocha?
I've already
No.
gotten hit by a strings instrument, my strings band.
That's how I usually play it. Yep.
Nichols?
Ready?
Hello, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Elijah.
Stop.
Focus.
Okay,
Can be the dad in it.
I'm just gonna let you take it, Zach.
We're the solos.
Alright.
Can you stand right here? Yeah.
What are the solos of Shalom Rouse?
That's my dad.
So just don't sing the verses, just sing the shalom.
Yeah, but who has the verse? Who has the
Okay, shalom Rav, guys. Yeah. Ian, we don't need any drum on.
What we doing?
Shalom Rav.
Gotcha.
Zach, I don't know if I can hear you.
Well, I'm.
Is it loud enough?
Yeah, I think we might. We got room. We could like scooch the choir over like a foot. Because I'm really worried about.
I thought you were going to. Do I have a solo here?
Alright. Ready?
Should really. I don't
Very distracting. You never used them before.
I just don't know the
People are coming in.
Yeah.
People are coming in.
Ready?
Let's go.
I was waiting for.
I'm the first high one. Then it's
We got it. Ready? Right on key on top.
Ready?
why? Why?
One.
Decision about that particular verse. We're all gonna sing the second verse, okay? Aaliyah, I just don't feel like this is gonna happen. Okay, but we'll all do it. Okay?
Esther didn't want to do it.
Sorry.
Esther, he said like, isn't that Esther's part? And then Esther.
Okay, we're all singing that verse, okay? End of story. Great. Okay, so we're gonna start here with Yinemato first.
Oh, he did.
You don't, but you never like say yes, but say
I want to do it, but I don't know it.
It's not on there.
Maybe later next year. Literally, you never.
You know,
Hey, it's you. That means no.
you're from Jory.
Where are you here?
Let's go.
Wait, why did I ask why she's here?
No, you know what, guys? And mine are on the Easter. And then like these lights and they're all singing that together.
Yes.
Need a song.
For like these lights.
Does everybody need both the
Keep okay.
For like lights. I think it's on our sheet.
Yeah, on your, I don't want you to have this extra
What we call it open.
Yeah. The solo.
Open. In A minor. Cable 2. Cable 3.
I feel like my two are
I think whatever the charade is.
It's Henry.
Colin Robbins over. He should be our place.
Space Wing.
G.
What?
No, we should be our place cable 2. No, 3. It's fine. Just pay attention to what I'm doing. But for the musical moto, you're going to do cable 2. I'm going to do.
I already have one. I play all these. I'll be fine.
Thank you.
I guess we'll do cable 3 for True Life because it says that.
I think that's for a different.
Wait,
You'll
wait.
figure it out. We're gonna be great. It's gonna be
I'll
good.
go one. You remind me what mine is. The Shamrock up there.
Take it.
No.
I'm not doing the solo. I don't know it. But
Hello.
tequila,
Yeah.
right? The weed before tequila that you wrote on Sunday?
I'll figure it out.
Oh no, please no. Spare my life. No.
Was it different?
Got it? Thank you for doing it. You didn't see Mike or Yoshi, did you? You're doing the job. Hello, hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out. Hine Macho back here.
Who else am I looking at?
Yep. How much do you want me to play? I mean, I can strum it. Okay.
Oh, I see. So basically, how am I gonna do that? You jump off the window. How am I gonna? Mom, Alice, this is your daughter.
Yeah, so basically,
This is your daughter. This is your daughter. How are you gonna die?
Yeah. I mean, I can, but it'd be really hard.
so very cool.
I could just hold like one sheet, like right here.
Okay, go to Hine Macho LA.
I tested this out. It sounds really good. It works. But me when they say you have to read the toxin is also testifying me.
Oh yeah, you have to read.
I love you have to read.
I actually
Oh, I have to read.
Oh yeah, you have to read it from everybody.
I'm gonna jump up. That was the number.
No, I have to read with that guy right there. His name's Henry, and he works on Space Web.
What's space?
Okay, the speaker wasn't on.
Space.
What's space?
It's when it's basically
We already have one person.
when your parents and you live in space, and then you do something bad, and your parents go space.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Great to see you. Our choir is helping us out this evening, but we encourage you to sing along, please. And we've got Zach and Liam and Ian helping us out too in the instrumental section. So we're going to start with Hine Matov, how good and how pleasant it is that we can all be together.
Shabbat Shalom, friends. We're so glad to see everyone this Shabbat. A special welcome to our friends from First Presbyterian who join us this evening. We're grateful to have you with us. We continue our prayers with Light These Lights.
Our 6th and 7th graders took the time in Sunday school this week to reflect deeply on the prayers in our service. So it's my pleasure to invite up Lily Eisenberg, who's bat mitzvahs this weekend, for our first reading tonight. And she'll bring her entire family so that we can enter the Shabbat with light.
Lighting the Shabbat candles makes us think about the generations of people who have recited this prayer before us. Blessed are you, Adonai, God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. We think that this translation means to us that God, the ruler of the universe, created the commandments, one of which is the lights of Shabbat, the light that can give us hope in dark times.
Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We continue on page 5 as we rise in body or spirit for the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon, hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh ve'reishit, ki hu yom techilah lemikrai kodesh, zeicher letziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon hinchatanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat amen l'chaim.
You may be seated, and as you do so, I invite you to turn to a neighbor, wish them Shabbat Shalom, even as we extend a Mazel Tov to the Eisenbergs as Lily is called to the Torah tomorrow morning.
We continue on page 20 with Bowie Kala. We continue with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 26.
Yitgadol v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yamad yivarach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayedecho Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala, ba'agala, u'v'zman kariv. Ve'imeru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lam me'amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroma v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitala shemei dekudesha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru amen.
rise together in body or spirit as we continue with the Baruch Hu on page 28. We read together on page 31. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. You may be seated as I invite Lily back up so that she can lead us in Mia Hafta. We continue on page 36.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvlecho nashevecha ucho me'odeha ve'hayu hadevarim ha'ele asher Anohi mitzavecha hayom olavecha vishinantam levanecha Vidibartam בשבתך בביתך ובלתך בדרך ושוכבך וקומך ושרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך ובטחתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי ואתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Henry and Alice had a reading for our next prayer, Mi Chamocha. Yeah? Henry and Alex are going to welcome us to Hashkivenu next, but first we're going to continue with Mi Chamocha on page 152, or in this book right here, we have page 40. And now I invite Alice and Henry to tell us a little bit about Hashkivenu.
The Hashkivenu is a beautiful prayer about shelter under God's protective nature as God watches over us.
In this prayer, we ask God to watch over us in Israel and protect us while we live our lives.
Esther, come tell us a little bit about the Shomer.
To us, to Hadley and I, the
Shamru means that it is time for everyone to rest and refresh their minds and bodies for the start of the new week. On the seventh day, Adonai took time to rest from all the work it took to create our gorgeous land of Israel.
And so we continue on page 44 with Vishamra. Vishamra.
Shabbat vayinafash. Uvayom hashvi, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash.
All right, Elijah. We all rise together in body or spirit as Elijah introduces for us the Amidah, which can be found on page 46.
Okay, so I'm grateful for my family, my house, and my life. I am grateful for my life and ancestors and everything I have, and for just being. I am grateful for the life I was given and my friends. This is what the Amidah shows.
We join together on page 46.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufiach iteni latecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor Ha'norah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei Bneihem, Leman Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Le'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, Umorid HaGashem, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בגבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
You may be seated as we continue together on page 61. Together we read, "Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace."
Shalom Rama Yisrael Amcha, Kasim Leolam. Shalom Rama Yisrael Amcha, Kasim Leolam. Shalom Rama Yisrael Kasim Leolam. Shalom Rama Yisrael Kasim Shalom Rama Yisrael Amcha, Kasim Leolam. Shalom Rama Yisrael Amcha, Kasim Leolam.
Gathered together in sacred community, we take this moment to pray for healing of the body, healing of the spirit. Perhaps it is us on this Shabbat who needs healing. We pray together. I invite you to share the names of those aloud or to hold them in your hearts at this time. We raise our voices in the Mishaberach prayer, page 253.
Mishaberach
this Shabbat, as we will continue to do every Shabbat, we think of those held hostage by Hamas in Israel. If you've your first time in the sanctuary in a while, you see the faces, and we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Matir Asurim, blessed is the Eternal One, the one who redeems the captives. We take a moment silently with our own prayers, each of us dreaming of a world at peace.
Oh, say shalom.
Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like I could use a little joy this Shabbat. Who could use a little joy this Shabbat? We have a lot of joy celebrating with the Eisenbergs and singing. Sonia, a little joy? Yeah, you're bringing joy. Thanks for sitting with me. I appreciated that. So I'm going to tell you a story about joy. Joy that's a really important part of being Jewish. And sometimes we're joyful even in hard times. Is there anything more joyful than coming home after a long journey? This story is about a song and a journey home that took 2,000 years. The story begins thousands and thousands of years ago when the Jewish people lived in the Holy Land. We planted vineyards there and fields of golden wheat, and in Jerusalem we had a big temple, unmatched for holiness and beauty. But as time passed, the land fell into war and after war, and conquering armies destroyed much of it. And as Jews, we were driven into exile to wander the earth. Now, through these hundreds of years, the Holy Land suffered too. People were few and scattered, the land became barren, and the desert winds howled from loneliness. God heard these cries and the voices of the Jewish people who prayed every day for a return to Jerusalem. And so, 100 years ago, maybe a little more, some men and women decided it was time to return home. Over their Shabbat dinners, they talked about it. "Let us return to our land," said a gray-bearded sage. "Right now?" asked the town peddler. Why not now, smiled the sage. We'll make the desert bloom, declared the woodsman. Ha, mocked the pickle man. Every town needs a pickle man. You'll only raise mosquitoes there, but who listened to him? No one. So gathering up their feather beds, their candlesticks, and their memories, the villagers set forth on a journey. And to keep their spirits up, they sang their favorite melodies. One of these was a little tune without a name and lacking in words that sounded like this. When the settlers reached the Holy Land, the milkmaid marveled. Jerusalem is golden, but it's also really dusty. And so she swept out an old stone house, and the tune kept her company. And the woodsman sang the tune, and even the pickle man sang the tune. Before long, the settlers began feeling at home in the Holy Land. Soon they could tell the difference between a cactus and a camel, a donkey from a fig tree, and the Red Sea from the Dead Sea. Ah, declared the pickle man, how joyful it feels walking in the footsteps of King David. One day, somebody, maybe it was the woodsman, was walking along when he met a man. He was a song collector. A song collector. What kind of job is that? That sounds like a really good job, doesn't it? Yeah. This is a fine job, replied the man, whose name was Professor. Do you know who it was? Professor A.Z. Idelson. Yeah. I collect Jewish songs, and then I teach them to my classes. That way, the Jewish songs will never be forgotten. Well, before you could say, aye, 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 the woodsman and his friends crowded into the professor's small room, and they sang him their haunting tune. Now, this professor had heard many fine melodies, but this one seized a hold of him, and he refused to let it go, and he told his music class, listen to this song. Some of the kids listened to the song, others not so much. But a sandy-haired boy called out, teacher, this tune sounds lonely. I think it needs some words. Moshe Nathanson, you are right, the teacher agreed. Let us see who can write the best words. Now, at the time, Moshe was 11 years old. He was no taller than a tomato vine, but how he loved music. And all week long, he whistled and he hummed the tune as he trod the rocky streets of Jerusalem. Moshe's steps were quick and lively, so quick the tune had to hurry to keep up. And the faster Moshe sang it, the faster and merrier the music became. I have made a wistful song, happy, Moshe marveled. Now I'm going to give it some happy Hebrew words. And so that night by the flickering candlelight, Moshe, Mama, Papa, come listen, he called. And for the first time, the words heard these joyful words, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila v'nis mecha. You might have heard it once or twice before. What do these words mean? They mean what we need right now so much. Come. Let us be joyful. Let our happiness overflow. And when Moshe finished singing, his papa beamed, Oy, Moshe, what a song. And his mama said, what a son. And the next day, Moshe sang the song to the class, and the professor declared, your words are perfect. From now on, Hava Nagila will be our class song. But did Moshe's words stop there? They did not. His classmates took Hava Nagila home to their families, and soon it was sprouting up everywhere like sunflowers in a newly planted Negev. The young men and women drained swamps and swatted mosquitoes, and they sang Hava Nagila. Young women in Jaffa picked oranges and sang Hava Nagila. Fishermen in the Red Sea crooned Hava Nagila to wake up the fish. Kibbutzniks sang the songs around their campfires. Soon, no wedding was complete without and a happy hora. And as time passed, more and more people came to the land. And so on the day in 1948, when the Holy Land became the new state of Israel, Hava Nagila was sung from Sfat to Tel Aviv, from Ein Gedi to Mount Carmel. It was the perfect old-new song for an old-new country. And today, we sing Hava Nagila all over the world. You may wonder how little Moshe Nathanson felt about this. He was pleased, of course, but he wasn't a person to brag, so very few people know this story, and that's why I'm telling it to you tonight. And so we reflect on this Shabbat. It's a happy thing to return home after a long journey, and even in difficult times, when war is on and things are hard, it is a beautiful thing to sing a joyful melody. Now, I know another joyful melody, and it's Happy Birthday. So if you have a birthday this month, what month is this? Is this November? If you have a November birthday, a December birthday, maybe even an October birthday. A while since we sang that happy song here, right? And I feel like it's been a while. Come join us on the Bima.
On page 282.
On this Shabbat, we remember dear ones whom we have lost in years, whom we've lost in recent days. On this Shabbat, we remember Maynard Schussman, Lorraine Kingsbury, Abe Fraden, Vicky Greenberg Del Sesto, and David Lund, as well as those whom we have lost in this season in years past, as well as in the year past. Laura Bell, Howard Bryans, Judith Cohen, Nancy Himes, Charles Mishkin, Samuel Millman, Mel Ruderman, Sylvia Ruderman, Ruth Schwartz, Cheng Wan Shao, Bessie Silverman, Carla Lorraine Silverman, Madeline Swindlehurst, and Jeanette Woodall, as well as any others whom you might be remembering on this Shabbat. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be an abiding blessing as we rise, as we join together in the Mourner's Kaddish, page 294. Yit Gadal Shemei Rabba, Be'alma Divarach Hirute, V'amlich Malchute, B'chayachon Uv'yomechon Uv'chaye B'chol Beit Yisrael, B'gala Uv'izman Kariv V'imru Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabba Mivarach Le'olam Ulamei Almaya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudasha B'richu, Leila Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tush Bechata V'nechamata, Da'amiran B'alma V'imru Amen. Yehe Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom V'imromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace and comfort the bereaved among us and among Israel and all the world, as we say, Amen. A big thank you to our choir and to our musicians.
Come on up. Zach and Liam and Ian, thank you. Choir, thank you. We are going to close tonight with Tree of Life. Are there any other announcements?
Tuesday, we will be here with our interfaith partners, giving thanks together, Tuesday evening at 7. We hope you will join us.
Okay. Tree of Life, please join us.
Ready? more of these. Practice makes perfect. Just keep doing them.
Nice job.
You want these back?
Unless you have a motion.
We did great. I'm cleaning up my stuff after I get to cleaning up my stuff after 08 o'clock. Hey, where'd my pen go? Damn it. Crap. I'm gonna put my pen. Dang it, Ian, your drum's probably my pen. I dropped it and it went under your thing. No, I dropped it and it went under. I took it out. Oh, the thing that you're thinking. I'm coming back here to grab my stuff after you guys.
I see you didn't need any clickers.
Here's my beer, grab it out.
Today, on Tuesday. You gonna be on Tuesday?
I'm getting my stuff.
Why leave this here until the end, or should I bring it
I'll
in?
be here when you see that. If not, you know, Sunday is always in there. When's your birthday? Okay.
We don't need all my stuff here.
Isn't it a good birthday?
How many miser? How many miser? Do you think I'll be able to leave this in your office and then also in between like Sundays? Can I do that too?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Need me to put anything in your office?
So you can either leave it in my office or the other place if you want to leave it like at the fire hall, that's also cool, but you can leave it next to my office.
I need to go to your office.
So you want to leave it in my office or you want to leave it in the back part of the chapel, which is easier for you?
Back part of the chat.
You know, like
I'll do
that.
both.
Whichever one works.
Okay. Jib, can you just grab my jacket on your way out?
Thanks, Ian. Great job tonight.